Having played with all sorts of tablets and foldables over the years, there's always been one category I kept circling back to but never fully explored. Paper tablets. Not the ones that are just a tool for consuming content though, because they're more of a one-way street. What I've always been interested in is the world of tools that inspire creating, thinking, and writing. And the product that stood out to me over the last few years comes from a company called reMarkable, who I'm genuinely excited to partner with today. The reason for that is their newest device, the reMarkable Paper Pro Move. A name that makes sense the moment you hold it because this is their most portable model yet, and to me, also the most impactful. Throughout my videos, you might have noticed that I have always been surrounded by notebooks. Fresh stacks of them, half-used ones sitting in drawers, random pages with notes and sketches scattered around, and no matter what anyone says, paper has always been king. It feels natural, it doesn't get in the way, and it slows time down just enough for ideas to take shape. For me, writing by hand allows me to remember and visualize better. But paper isn't perfect. It's heavy, it's easy to leave behind, and worst of all, once those notes are written, they're stuck. Finite, unsearchable, and often forgotten. That's where a paper tablet like reMarkable comes in for me. It keeps everything I love about paper, the tactility, the slight friction of the pen, or in this case the marker on the surface, the simple pleasure of writing and the focus it brings while taking away the clutter, the rewrites, and the endless piles of pages. And with the Paper Pro Move, that idea goes even further. By shrinking the form factor into something that slips into my sling or pocket, it has become a tool I carry every single day without even thinking about it. My brother has been a long-time user of the larger reMarkable too, and he swears by it. But he admitted something that stuck with me. He said he often left it behind simply because it wasn't as portable. And that's exactly where the Paper Pro Move flips the script. This thing fits into my small everyday sling without compromise. It weighs next to nothing, the battery lasts for days, and that makes it effortless for me to always have it with me. You can think of it as the ultimate writing tool. I don't have to plan for it, I don't have to pack for it. It just comes with me like a wallet or keys. Which means it's ready in those moments when inspiration hits. During a call when I want to jot down quick notes, or at home when I try to stick to my journaling habit or writing tasks for the next day. Even doodling while listening to something just to focus better feels effortless. It sits right between the world of traditional notebooks and tablets without trying to replace either, yet giving me the best of both. Compared to a physical notebook, it's lighter, thinner, and endlessly more flexible. I can undo a mistake with a simple two-finger tap instead of scratching things out. I can move text around, rearrange ideas, create layers, and switch pen styles, all of which make the act of writing feel more inspiring. It's the freedom of paper with just the right touch of digital magic layered on top. Compared to a tablet, on the other hand, it's a completely different beast. This isn't a screen that tempts me with apps, notifications, or distractions. It's not about multitasking, it's about single tasking. One thought or task at a time, one page at a time. The feeling of writing on the Paper Pro Move is, dare I say, identical to the sensation of writing on paper. It's audible, but not like a fake engine sound. It has texture, it has friction, and my hand falls naturally off the side because the device is so thin. It's uncanny. It all starts with the unboxing of the Paper Pro Move, which feels like an experience in itself. reMarkable has clearly put thought into how the first impression should land. From the tear of the packaging to the way the accessories are presented, it all feels considered and premium. And in today's world of stripped-down boxes, it's honestly a breath of fresh air. I especially appreciate these small details like the extra pen tips arriving in their own dedicated carrying case. They didn't have to go this far, but they did, and it makes a difference. The book folio, reMarkable's cover accessory, deserves a mention too. Made of fabric, it's a pleasure to hold, and it instantly puts the device to sleep while wrapping around the marker and protecting the whole package. On the other hand, the marker that comes in the box attaches magnetically to the side and inductively charges. The marker, by the way, is where the entire product comes alive. Not only does it feel natural in the hand, but it also carries a couple of small touches that make a huge difference. For example, There is an eraser function right on the top, which means I can just flip it around and erase just like I would with a regular pencil. The entire UI is simple enough to understand and smart enough to adjust and fit everyone, including left-handed people. And when I combine that with the gestures, it eliminates the fear of making mistakes, leaving space for improvisation and beautiful touches via the marker styles and colors. Sometimes I want clean, minimal writing. Other times I want bold strokes for emphasis or a colored pen to highlight thoughts. And yes, this is a color display which makes even signing contracts and agreements feel more natural. Aside from color, for creatives the inclusion of layers also comes in handy. Think of it like Photoshop for sketches and notes, all while being in a distraction-free zone. Of course, the story doesn't end with the device itself. The power here is reMarkable's ecosystem that makes sure my notes don't stay trapped on the device. Sync is incredibly fast, whereas I jot something down, seconds later, it's already available on the desktop and mobile apps. It gives me guilt-free freedom to accidentally forget the Paper Pro Move at home, knowing my notes are always with me, something that's not possible with a physical notebook. On top of that, I can easily take my notes on my computer or phone, knowing I can access them later on the Paper Pro. For example, agreements and contracts I mentioned for work get transferred over from my computer so I can read them in peace and sign them at my own pace. And then there's the Chrome extension, which has become my favorite way to read long articles. Instead of struggling with my browser and dodging ads and pop-ups, I simply send them straight to my Paper Pro Move, where they appear clean, free of clutter, and perfectly formatted for reading. You see, the reMarkable Paper Pro Move doesn't want to be everything. Instead, it does one thing exceptionally well. It creates a space for thinking, writing, and connecting that's free of noise. And because it's portable, it's always there when I need it. That's the part that makes it special. It turns writing and reading into a habit, not a task. I see it as a proof that the right tools, when always within reach, can be the most powerful ones. If you want to explore the reMarkable Paper Pro Move for yourself, check out the first link in the description below. Like and subscribe to the channel as well as my newsletter, and as always, it's been an absolute pleasure. This is Z, over and out.